respond to a comment that someone left on the video I made 2 days ago, where I talked about integrating the different parts of yourself and asked about ways to do that. One of the things that this person said in their comment is that they mentioned psychedelics and ceremonies. So I wanted to briefly talk about my experiences with both, and the short answer with the psychedelics is that I feel like they have been helpful at times, but also that what has helped is going out repeatedly helped more. Like, for example, I used to drink more when I first started going out, right? Particularly when I first started going out to like clubs and bars. I actually felt guilty about like going there and not buying a drink. Like, oh, I need to support the establishment. That's an implicit part of the social contract when showing up. Changed that view. Though still recognize that like the places need some sort of patronage, and I think about that. But anyways, the point is, I used to drink more then, and a mentor of mine kind of said, if you keep going out and keep focusing on having a good time without the alcohol, it will take a while, but you will find that you don't need the alcohol to have a good time. And that basically has eventually become the case for me. And it's a little bit of a different experience when I drink and when I don't drink, but when I don't drink, I still have fun. Like, and it's like a guaranteed good time pretty much. And so the desire to drink is not there. I'm not saying I never really had the desire to drink much alone anyways. It was generally something I did in a more social situation, but the desire isn't there, and I don't enjoy it as much, and feel like I don't sleep as well after I drink, and that leaves me feeling like weaker. So it's not something I like and not something I do, but has become not something I do and like easier to not do it because I have, to the second part of the comment, or even that particular part of the comment, right, done a ceremony type of thing. I feel like going out for me has been a ceremony. And I feel like particularly a lot of the events that I go to are like rave type of events. And I say that to like conjure up a certain idea in your mind. And part of that for me is I feel like at a rave more than many other events that I go to, like a weirdness or showing a different side of yourself is like expected and encouraged and well received, right? And I feel like that aspect kind of relates to a ceremony, and I feel like sometimes there's like ceremonial dress or attire or things, and I feel like that is part of the, I feel like, greater sense of community that sometimes ceremonies have. I have done other kind of wellness sessions as well, like group meditations and sound baths and sharing and like, I don't remember the exact term for it, but something storytelling, but storytelling with actors based off of people's experiences shared in the room, like a number of different things. The point is that I feel like they have a ceremonial aspect to them, and that part of it is, for me at least, part of it is a kind of shared community. Like we all went through this together. And I feel like that's even one of the things I like about the event that I keep going to repeatedly, is that there is that shared aspect of we all went through this wellness session together. Now we're going to go out, talk for a bit, and transition into this more day party mode. For those that choose to stick around into that, then I feel like that's like a different sort of like energy transformation that the group, sometimes like by osmosis within the group, ends up going through together. And I feel like that makes for like a more intimate connection. And so, um, yeah, I've done psychedelics, and first just talking about that, like, follow the law. You know, don't interpret it. Don't interpret anything I'm telling you as otherwise. You know, follow the proper rules. But yeah. So I feel like my view with that is that, while it may help, sometimes it has not. For me, sometimes I feel like it has been in terms of integrating the different parts of myself in social situations, or let's say even anxiety, things like that. That also, the more I've done it without psychedelics, the more I feel like the psychedelics don't help as much. And I feel like this other way like leads to a more sustainable thing. Like I feel like now I've have more fun without alcohol than with it. And so I feel like building this skill in a way could lead to the same thing with psychedelics. And to probably, and sure, with some of them, it is that way. I feel like that's like part of the thing with weed is that why I'm like, have been able to maybe succeed in a way where I didn't for years past, is that I have built this skill set, this enjoyment, this source of fun and good feelings and entertainment, and that in being fulfilled by that and having those experiences, then able to step away from the weed more. Whereas before it was multiple times a day, every day for years. So like, well, I would have rather be high than not be high. So again, overall, I'm one who has used substances, and so I don't feel like I can judge others who use them any sort of way. And you know, to those who haven't and are proud of that, good for you. I'm happy for you. Um, so yeah, it's not a thing where I like look down on it specifically, but at the same time, I have gotten to a point where I now feel like I feel more so, definitely much more so. Maybe it was there before, maybe not, but I definitely feel now like there are other ways to get there, and I feel like the other ways to get there may be harder, may take longer, but I feel like are more sustainable and can take you to an even better place. But I'll let you be the judge. So, with that, I wish you well. I hope you take care, and I love you.